All right, the train keeps moving. Today we've got Cooper, the House, Housley. Today we've got Makini, Big Mac, Manu. And today we've got Dwayne, Iron Giant, Crespo. A couple of competitors that are going to be competing against one another. And then one who's just out to prove himself all over again, coming off a loss. Couldn't be more excited. And Cooper, everybody, it's a good one. Power Slap 14 is coming. Let's get ready, grab a beverage, and watch the thing. All right. 3, 2, 1. That's a knockout.
3, 2, 1, yeah, that's a knockout. They call me kamikaze, put you in heaven's lobby. On gas, no brakes, you can never stop me. Nah, no, you can never stop me. Yeah, cause I'm the power slap king.
Slaps it, baby!
All right. Okay, fam. Dwayne, you ready?
Yep.
All right, let's do it. All right, everybody. Welcome to Slap Zone. We got the man in the building, one of the OGs at the pod, baby. Coming at you, Power Slap 14. He's finally going to get another round at the podium. Everybody, give it up for Dwayne, Iron Giant, Crespo.
Thanks for having me, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, for sure, dude. I got to be honest with the audience, fam. I had to ask the man who he was fighting this coming week. But if you don't mind, dude, tell the people who you're going after.
So I'm facing Makini Manu, aka Big Mac. So this is gonna be a good fight. In my opinion, it's the true super heavyweight championship fight since I did beat the champion. So I feel like this is a better, harder fight than the belt.
Dude, I love that, man. That's a great matchup, dude. That is a great matchup. And no pressure, but you might have to work on your walkout. That guy's got quite the walkout.
Yeah, and this is like he hasn't been like in a live show like a bunch of times. So now he has that walkout with the live show too. So
yeah, it's gonna be sick, man.
Mhm.
You mentioned some of the guys that you beat. I got to be honest, dude, from a fan's perspective, seeing you post what you did on your stories with your record and who you had beat and all that kind of stuff, that was good, man. I love that.
I appreciate that for sure.
Yeah, dude. So we feel like we're finally getting some respect, getting an opponent, coming after it. Anything that's changed for you training wise, or you're just been waiting and you're ready?
I'm always ready. I'm in that fighter aspect. Like you know me. Like I'm the guy that answers a phone call with like a day notice. Like I'm just ready to go. And then but yeah, nah. It's always respect. If you like you just said.
Yeah, sorry, Dwayne, man. You're cutting out a little bit. Can you hear me okay? You kind of stalled. Dwayne. Incoming transmission. Incoming. Oh, do we get you?
What's up? It just kicked me out for some reason. That was crazy.
Dude, yeah, maybe. Well, no, dude, we'll just get back at it. I was just asking, if basically if you've trained any different, or if it's just coming down to the fact of you waited, it's time, and you get to once again put some respect on your name.
I'm not. I'm always ready. So like, nothing really changes. The training aspect, except like the more knowledgeable I get, the more information that comes in, the more events, the more fights I watch, the smarter I get at the sport, and so that just makes me more dangerous. But everything else is pretty much the same. As for like the respect side, like every time they give me a fight, it's always a top fight, a top level fight. Number one contenders, undefeated people, winners of the season shows.
Yeah. No, I see that. Yeah. And do you feel like this match that they're giving you next week finally showing you some respect in an opponent? But Dwayne, I think I lost you, big man. If you can hear me, I'm going to message you on Instagram. One sec. Okay. Dude. Okay. You look a lot smoother. Nice, dude. No, beautiful, man. No shakiness. Yeah. We're living in the now. I like it.
Third time's a charm, man.
Third time's a charm, baby. All right, fam. Well, we're back. I think I was just asking, to kind of summarize real quick. Just I liked your stories that you put out on Instagram. Just just stating facts. Beat this guy, whatever, what have you. And now they're finally giving you Makini Manu that's a big dude, man. So the question was, do you finally feel like this is a step in the right direction as far as respect of what you've done so far?
I think it's a great fight. As for the respect, I think that they always respected me. Just I haven't got a title shot. I think that I am the amount of skill that they see that you need to beat to become a champion. So I've faced like the most number ones, the winners of seasons, a bunch of undefeated guys in both divisions, heavyweight and supers. I think that I am like what they consider is like, if you beat me, you're championship ready. But then also like, I'm waiting for my title shot. So how many of these new people that do I have to beat before they're like, okay, your turn, you know?
Yeah, yeah. It's funny, right? Because on the one hand, you're right, it does show some respect. Like, hey, if you can give Dwayne the business, you're the real deal. On the other hand, you're right. Like, hey, man, I appreciate it, but I'd kind of like a shot at the
Yeah,
belt.
me too. Yeah, me too. Please, where's my opportunity?
Yeah,
But
dude.
it goes further too, because like even losing to me doesn't mean that you're out of the championship picture. Like if they consider it like a good fight, we've seen Dorian get a title shot. Dane's now champion. Ryan Phillips got the title shot. So like, there's multiple people that even when you lose, they're like, hey, that's still, we know that you could compete.
Yeah, yeah. No, that dude. I mean, that's real, right? And it's man, the fight game's weird, right? Because like it's a blessing and the curse all the time. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
you're either getting blessed and this, or for some reason you're not, you're getting cursed. But it's just this weird full circle thing, man. So I can't imagine like kind of always on this emotional tug of war, maybe is the right way to put
No, that's exactly how to put it, for sure.
it. But the good news is we got one coming down the pipeline, right? You know, he didn't fight that long ago. So he's still fresh on everyone's mind. Any idea as to what order you're gonna go or not yet? We're too far away.
I'm pretty sure they updated the order online, but until they post it on Instagram, it's always just like maybe. But it looks like I'm second.
Second.
I'm pretty
Okay.
sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure second of the live card, and then it goes on.
Dude, that's awesome, man. Dude, Dwayne, I'm so excited for you, dude. Like, I'll be able to see you live finally, like in person. I'm pumped.
Yeah, the what was the first time you've ever seen a show was me versus Dane,
Yes.
powerslap 8. So yeah,
Yes, yes, yes. But see, we didn't know what the future was then, so we made no effort to high five you.
that's for sure.
Dude. But no, so I'm glad to see you, honestly get up there again. And then afterwards, or probably before as well. But just one of the funnest things for me on a selfish level is when we do go to the live card. I don't know what it is, man, but my instincts are just like, what's up? When I see someone I've been talking to on the pod.
It's like that everywhere, man. It's like I haven't seen you in a long time, like kind of thing. You're like, you're a real person.
Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, for real. Do you think that it's tough, right? Because in slap, there's always like the obvious questions, like how's your defense, how's your offense, and we kind of those are kind of the questions you get back and forth. But what I want to know is, of course, it comes down to both those things. But internally, do you feel like this is just another day at the office? Ice through the veins, or there's some nerves catching up?
For me now, I would say there's no nerves. I've been doing it long enough in high level enough times where I know what I have to do. I know what can and can't go wrong and how to get back. So like a lot of the new people, I'll just say it this way, like a lot of the new guys or even guys like Manu, stuff like that, people are just getting more fights. They have their one thing, and if something goes wrong, it goes wrong. I have been here long enough and understand like the IQ of the game of being like, all right, cool, that didn't go right. Let's do this thing. All right, how do we get this point back? How did this happen? So like when I'm up there, yeah, it's 3 rounds, but to me, it's like I'm thinking of everything, every possibility of how to win a fight, and that is why I'm hard to beat. But that's also like where you need to be champion. It's not as simple as like I hit him as hard as I can. It's okay, that didn't work.
No, that's real, man. And it's funny you say that because we've talked about it before, but it's like you, Damian, Bryce, Pono, and there's a lot of guys that are like really starting to study the game. I'd say Nate's one of those guys, Wes is one of those guys. Anyway, but before Slap, I don't know if you know this, but Slap is like becoming a thing now. Like there's storylines now, there's animosity now, like it's becoming this thing. But in the beginning, there was only a few of you guys really studying the game. And so where you can switch up on the fly and be like super, I guess, agile. In the beginning, guys weren't really like that. They just went up there, hit as hard as you can, and sit back down. Do you feel, even though guys are catching up here and there, you still have an advantage as far as making adjustments on the fly?
Oh, I definitely still like. So the baseline is getting higher. So that's what I talk about when
Okay.
the sports becoming more knowledgeable. When I started, no one knew what it was. We had a zero baseline. We had to figure it out on our own. They just said slap. Like, okay, how? All right, and then we just did it. Now you see people succeed. You're at home and you're watching people succeed, and then you see them on Instagram training. You can start taking notes. So now your baseline's a lot higher than when we started. However, I'm not teaching you everything I know. You're just seeing stuff that you saw
Right.
on TV. So technically, like, yeah, the baseline's higher, but the knowledge, they're not learning everything yet. They still don't teach it in their slap camps, stuff that I think are basics. So like, yeah, they're catching up higher baseline. Just eventually everything's gonna come together. And like I've even had conversations with like Manny Muniz, Blackburn, and Bell, like Bell all the time. The way that we talk about things are different than the newer guys coming in. It's like
Interesting.
even down to like how many slaps are there? So like there's four different types of way of slapping, and everyone doesn't train all of them. They only know the one, and they don't know if they're doing the wrong one. They don't know how to make that one better. What leg drive, whatever, what slap to use against a certain defense, and like, and then yeah, maybe not like I'll say again, Manuel Muniz. He didn't know like the names of the four because like obviously I'm the one naming them, but he knew it was like, yeah, this one's different than that one. And so like we're having the same conversation, and then I'm finally giving him the words to use, and he's like, yeah, I've done this here, I've done that here, and we're actually thinking. As
Yeah,
for
yeah.
again, like newer people come in, they're like, oh, I just swing hard that way and I use my legs. Okay, what happens when that doesn't work? What's
Yes.
the next one?
What's your fallback? Yeah, dude.
Yeah, what's your next one? And it goes to that, like, what's your fallback? Because let's say me and you are going against each other, but the first two rounds you hit me, and obviously, like, most likely I don't move, and let's say you don't move either. Are you gonna hit me the same way the third time? I didn't move the first two. Doesn't make sense. You're guaranteed to lose that third round because like you're not adjusting, you're not doing anything differently, you're not changing the timing, you're not changing placement, you're not changing your slap. Or hey, he got my timing down on his clinch defense, he's timing it down. How do I mix that up? So like now there's way
Yeah.
more to worry about when you go against high level people. As for like I said, if it's their second time, I'm like, I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, dude, that's an interesting take. Just the baseline is higher.
Yeah, because they're watching you at home. You're watching. You're starting to understand rules now.
Yeah,
Even
yeah,
like
yeah.
as
No, that
the
makes sense.
viewer yourself, you're more knowledgeable than most people now, because you're
Yeah,
watching.
yeah,
You're talking to strikers more, and so like the baseline for everyone's growing. It's
yeah.
just there's a huge gap, and there's a reason why people have 6 wins and like little to no losses, and everyone can't get to number one. Most guys are getting cycled out. They win three in a row, and then they lose, and then they try another against number two. They lose again, and there's a big gap between champion and the hype.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Champion and like, maybe number 11 on the rankings. Like there's a
Yeah,
big
for
gap
sure.
there. Yeah,
Or
yeah,
even
yeah. No,
even 4, 5, 4, 3. Yeah.
man, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. I love the breakdown. Dude, you know what we should do? I get asked this, like, if I'm being honest, just like family and friends are like, what's the point system? How does that work? And can you break down the point system in Power Slap? Dude, we're gonna clip this. That'd be amazing.
Sure, why not? So the exact what they score is going to be a little bit different, but the way that is easiest to understand is the way I'll say it. So like obviously like they're not going to be looking at the exact word I'm saying. And so 10 for scoring it's 10-9. It's a must 10-9 system. That means there has to be a winner of a round. So it has to be 10 points, it has to be 9. You can't look at a round and be like tie. So someone has to win the round. You take a point away for any striking foul, and then they lose the round automatically. So if I club, I lost a round. They have a 10-8 round. Now, most likely, if I win both rounds, it's a draw. We go to sudden death. So like clubbing could be a big problem. Uh, but yeah, 10-9. But what a judge is looking for, so they're looking for damage given first, then damage taken. So like more damage that I put out. So hitting harder is better than taking a shot.
Got it.
So if we're both didn't move and I obviously hit you harder, I put my whole body in it, but it looked like you took the shot better. You only took the shot better because I hit harder. So like the damage first, then damage I take a given. And then
Interesting.
yeah, so hitting first, defense second, placement, and then like I said, this is not exact what they're saying, but it's a good way to understand it. Demeanor. Obviously, like if I am looking like I'm hurt, a judge is going to be he's hurt. So I shouldn't be up there like sad. If you see a person cheering, they might win a round, demeanor. But damage given, damage taken, placement, those are things they're looking at.
Okay. No, I appreciate that, man, because you just explained it much better than I ever have. that was
It's
good.
fine.
And it speaks to also, God, man, there's little things here and there all the time, but it just speaks to also, like you said it, they have this system in place, the points, and you broke it down very well, but also like your demeanor counts. Like your anecdotes and your things after you slap, those count, man. Like it's such a every little thing happen so fast, but they all count so much
It,
against you
it,
or
it,
for you.
of course it does. And then like even just to add to it, just like the learning the point system could give you a huge edge. You not know that you lost a round could be the reason why you lose. So like if you knew how the scoring was done and you truly understand how to score this sport, you're gonna have a huge edge. And then it goes for it on the like again on the offense side. Let's say you flinch. So I hit you, and let's say you got your feet to move. So you got hit, you got rocked, and you flinch. So I decide to hit you again. And this time, I hit you and you don't move your feet. You go to hit me and my feet move. Who won the round? You
That's
won the round.
interesting because I'm thinking of the damage taken over the damage given.
Yeah. And so again, so you won the round. The reason why, like, you would think, oh no, I lost the round because I took two shots. When you agree to hit again, so as a striker, if I agree to hit again, the hit I'm about to do is the slap that counts. So the one that we just did,
Got it.
they throw that out the window. They ain't looking at that no more. So I made your feet move on the first one. I go to hit you again. You didn't move on the second one. You made me move when you hit. You won the round. All
Interesting.
because
See,
I decided to hit again when I could have just been like, hey, I'm really happy with that attack. I'm good to go. So
yeah. No, I don't think a lot of people know what you just said, dude. That's interesting. So like for the new fans that are coming in, now you know that like, okay, that was what it was potentially, but they're gonna throw that sucker out. So when the end result comes in, you won't be as surprised if you know what's going on.
yeah, if you understand it. And I know that there's a little, like, it go the same way. Like, let's say I knocked you down. I knocked you down and then you flinch and I go to hit and you don't fall down the second time. It went from a 10-8 to a 10-9.
Man. It's we joke on the podcast that like MMA is like inches, but slap is like centimeters with everything, emotions, striking. Dude, it's just so like
There's a lot that goes into it. And yes, the face value. So this is the thing I talk about the most is the face value of slap. It's so easy to understand. So everyone thinks it's just a easy sport. And technically every person could kick a soccer ball. That doesn't mean you're gonna be Lionel Messi.
dude, that's a good analogy. I
And so
can
like, yeah,
I can throw a
everyone could
baseball,
slap.
but I'm not Nolan Ryan, dude. Yeah,
Nope.
that's a good
And
analogy.
everyone could slap for sure. Everyone can. But you could see the difference between a person who gets off a couch and throws a slap for the first time and me. And so
Yes.
like, and then also like you're gonna miss. I'm not missing. And and to go back to like facing me and the reason why I think that like I'm a hard fight is if you make a mistake, you might as well say to yourself you lost. Because I haven't made a mistake yet, and I'm probably not going to. And so,
Oh
like,
man,
you have to be perfect to beat me, and I'm gonna be near perfect.
dude,
It's
those are
crazy,
tough
right?
words, man. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Those
it's
are tough
crazy.
words, man.
It's true though, and also like, what, 8 fights, 0 fouls.
Yeah, I don't
So
think
like,
anybody is anybody else foul free that's had that many fights.
there's it depends. So like, it depends on what you want to count. There's a lot of people with 1 or 2 fights without fouls, but do you want to count that? Because it's
Oh,
just
I
1 or 2
see.
fights.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah.
But if you say a 4 or more, there's only 3 people.
Wow, that's incredible, man.
Yeah, and me and Vern were both on the New Orleans card. We both have 8 fights, no fouls.
Man, dude. Speaking of Ern, I'm pumped for that, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I
always a
get that.
knockout
Like,
fight.
oh, dude, someone's going out for sure.
Always.
Someone's going out, bro. Like, and one thing, I'm pumped for that fight because I Terp is so polarizing and Vern just isn't. But together, it's a good show, you know?
And they don't like each other. It helps.
Well, I mean, that doesn't hurt. Yeah, that
They
doesn't
really don't like each other.
hurt. No, they don't, dude. Well, when Terp went nuclear on Slap News, I was DMing Vern. I was like, hey, man, you want to respond? And it didn't end up happening, but I could feel it through the phone that he was just
Uh,
angry.
Hey, they'll have their time, and depending, like I said, I've been around Vern. I like Vern a lot. Depending on how Austin is on fight week, you get you get different Verns out there, man. Like I want to say, was it powerslap 8? I don't remember who Vern faced. I know he won that day. I just don't know who he faced.
Let's look it up real quick. Keep talking. I'm going to look it up real quick.
Yeah. Yeah, so powerslap 8, and I remember I went before him, and the whole time he was there, and we're there hours before, and I like being chill, but not every fighter's like me. Everyone has their different routine. Aaron was in the
Sure.
corner with headphones on. You couldn't even look in his direction without like feeling aura, like make you want to run away. Like it was just so strong, like his like presence, and he was just sitting in a chair in the corner. You're just like, man, you could feel it. And then I remember I won. He walked up to me, didn't say no words. He just walked up to me, shook my hand, went back to doing his thing. And then like again, I felt everything. I was like, man, he gonna hurt somebody.
Yeah, dude. Dude, it was Terp.
There you go. Yeah, that if that has to show anything of like how he is in the bag against Turp,
Yo.
he really, like I said, like you couldn't like when I and Vern's one of the nicest people I've ever met in my life. Just him focused and like I said hours before, headphones in. I couldn't even bother him, and like if I walked close, my body felt like it was boiling water. Like you could. It was like so intense. Like basically like hockey and like One Piece. It's just like it's hard to get close, you know.
Got it, dude. That's
So it's crazy,
insane.
but
So he, he,
it's
he
awesome.
as Chirp would say, he's got that dog in him. It's just the timing. Yeah, yeah.
Like I said, everyone has their different ways of in the back room, and he was just so focused. And
Wow.
like I said, I can't do that, but everyone's different.
Yeah, everyone. Yeah, that's facts. Yeah. Um. Well, bro,
Mhm.
it's so good to like see you again and talk about
Yep.
your fight coming up. And I think last time we spoke, you did the damn thing with Yoel. Like
Yep.
it's been a cool 4 or
Been a
5 months
minute.
for you, man.
Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been since competing in general, it's been like 7 months, but it's power slap over a year. It's time.
It's time.
Yeah, it's good, and I love talking about the sport. I love showing people different minds, and like so every fighter you have like a thing that they like that you watch them for. So like you watch Turb because of like the noise, you watch Vern for the power, kind of like that. People like will click on this podcast video for information. Because like I'm the information guy. Like I might say a different part of game plan, like again, that no one's ever heard before. And so like they'll watch this whole thing and be like, "What did he say?" And I
Dude.
think it's cool. I think it's
Yeah.
cool. The evolved sports that way, where like yeah, I know I'm knowledgeable, and I know that that's the only reason why I'm good at the sport. I'm not the most athletic. I'm not the strongest, but I break things down better than everybody. And so like I until everyone starts to catch up there, then I'll fall apart. And hopefully I retire before then.
For real. But you know what? It'll be when that day comes. I mean, we got a minute, but when that
Yeah.
day comes, you can feel confident in that. Yeah, that's part of your legacy, man. Just the insight guy for as long as you could be. Yeah, I think that's great.
And I'm all for it. And I don't keep secrets. I tell people all the time, I was like, if you want me to tell you, just like, I will. I'm not a gatekeeper.
Right, right. Well, it also shows that you can have all the knowledge and it still comes down to the skill and knowledge combined for sure.
Yeah, well, that's what baseball is, right? Like,
Right.
if you wanted to get better at baseball, let's say you're not hitting home runs. Okay, cool. Let's go lift weights. I got stronger. Awesome. You still can't hit home runs, because you didn't work on your form, right? And so,
Right,
and
right.
all right, cool. Let's work on form. And I got my form right. I'm moving my hips right. My leg drive's great. Cool. Everything's good. Still not hitting home runs because I didn't go to the gym and lift weights. Have to do both to
Yes.
succeed at baseball. It's the same thing in this sport. You have to be able to do both. Like, I am strong, but I'm not the strongest. And there's people with good form, and you put it together, you're a threat. Like, if you gave, I would say no knock on the guy, Evian. He's a great dude, super nice dude, super strong guy. You gave him fight knowledge, that dude would be the best on the planet.
That'd be a wrap.
Amazing.
Well, we need to I don't know, maybe you should have a paywall, maybe maybe there should be subscribed to Dwayne or something like that.
Eventually, like I said, and people are gonna surpass me. Like, I don't want to be like considered like always
Right,
cocky.
right.
Like, no, people are gonna surpass me, and I'm like I said, I give knowledge all the time. People ask me for advice before fights, and I will happily give it. I don't go crazy on advice because, like, again, if you want someone's time, you should probably pay for it.
Sure, sure.
But I'm
Like
not afraid to
in
give
passing's different
advice.
than, hey, dude, give me 2 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly that. Like, I don't mind giving a couple tips here, but then like, hey, tell me everything you know. Do you got a minute? Good. But no, you're exactly right. And it's not like a cocky thing. I think people are going to surpass me. I really do. I think maybe in the next 2 years, 'cause like I said, like you said, baseline a lot higher. I think in the next 2 years, people surpass me. I've had conversations with people of people saying things. I was like, dude, you guys are starting to get it. Like, it's there. It's clicking, you know? And so I'm like, if that's what people are starting to think about right now, my edge is gonna be gone in 2 years. So hopefully I get like a title shot soon and just like
Well, hey, we'll see what 14 brings, but maybe we will
yeah,
get a title shot soon. That'd be badass.
absolutely. Yeah, that'd be fun for sure. It's
Dude,
time. I need one.
yeah. Nah, yeah, we'll be there screaming our lungs out. So that'll be fun, dude. Where can everyone find you on social media?
All social media, Iron Giant _slap. Show some love, you know.
Perfect. Go follow this guy. Follow his journey. Watch some of his training. Also, he's got a sense of humor, which is good. Which is good. So,
Sometimes.
Dwayne, let's let this bitch upload, and we'll just hang out for a bit.
Sounds good.
I dig this, man. This is good stuff.
Oh, I had to put it on. I had to put the hat on. I'm about to go get a haircut as soon as we finish out.
That's right, dude. Got to look fresh for next week. You know what I mean?
Always. Yes, sir.
All right, Cooper, you ready, my guy?
Oh, yeah.
All right, everybody. Welcome to Slap Son. We got the man in the building. One of one. We're connected via cards. If you know, you know. Cooper the House Housley coming at you again. Power Slap 14. Give it up, everybody.
USA, USA, USA.
Down with
Too early?
Russia. Down with Russia.
He said it, not me. Don't
I know. We might have to mute that. You know, I don't know the rules on YouTube. Dude, you look great, brother. How are you?
I'm good. I appreciate that. I've definitely been trying to come into this one like healthier as opposed to just dehydrating and hating myself for a month leading into the fight. Like, I'm like, right, I think just over 10 pounds, no, not just over, just under 10 pounds off weight. So I'm like, a few minutes in the sauna when I get there, weigh in, I'm chilling. I've been
hell yeah.
normally I come in like 15 pounds over and just hate myself, not get to eat for the trip. But I'm bringing the wife and baby with me this time. So I'm like, oh, I have to be able to at least eat a little bit. We got to be able to do stuff.
Yeah, for sure, man. Dang, that was a lot. So you're coming on weight a little bit easier this time because you don't want to hate yourself the next day. And you're bringing wifey and the kid. Bro, it's like a little trip.
Oh, yeah, it's our first family vacation that we've had. Baby's finally coming up closer to a year old. So we're like, yeah, let's make a week of it. Go do something.
Oh my gosh, man, that's so awesome, dude. I remember my first trip with my oldest and thinking, you know, like being a little paranoid, like, do we have this? Do we have that? Do we have this? Do we have that? And just like kind of freaking out a bit. And then and hopefully this goes the same way for you. But then you find once you get there with one kid, man, it kind of things don't really change. You just kind of have a buddy coming along, you know?
I think that was probably more for my wife because I'll be the first to say, like, I'm so absent-minded half the time. I'll be like, "Yeah, I grabbed the diaper bag. We're good to go." And my wife's like, "Okay, but did you pack it?" That's a great. I probably should throw some extra stuff in here. So,
Dude, you're killing me, man. That's so true, man.
like, but I
It's
grabbed the
funny.
bag. It's
Yeah, I got the bag. That's what you asked for. I don't know what your problem is.
right.
No, it's funny, right? Like, as the guy, I mean, bro, making the babies fun as always. But then, like, your girl, creates the baby, gives life to the baby, and we still expect them to pack the fucking diaper bag because we don't know how to do it.
And I'll sometimes be like, "Hey, so like, what all do you need?" She's like, "Well, I can sit here and explain it to you for 20 minutes, or I can pack it in two. Guess which one we're gonna do?" And
So
I'm like,
true.
that's my bad. We'll take a class on it. We'll take a class on it and figure it all out."
Dude, I love it. Well, it sounds like, I mean, baby's healthy, wife's doing well. I mean, it sounds like good stuff, brother.
Oh yeah, I'm really excited. Wife's been working on me with this weight cut too. She's a nutritionist. She's working on her registered dietitian stuff, and so I feel like had that at my disposal this whole time, but I've never really taken advantage of it in the slightest. And so now it's like my wife's like, just one fight, just shut the hell up. Don't do what you want to do. Sit here and listen to me on this. Like, just follow my lead with this. I promise it'll work. I was like, all right, I guess. Like, we're
Yeah.
married. I might as well listen to you a little bit.
Exactly. Hey, man, and here we are, like a week out, and you're under 10 pounds away. That sounds like it's working.
Oh yeah, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to just the vacation. Like I always look at these as it's a business trip first and foremost, but like with them come with me, it's also a vacation. I'm not gonna not take advantage of, we get a lot of downtime when we're just sitting around the hotel doing stuff. Might as well go hang out with the wife, the baby. We're gonna visit the zoo, hit some card shops, do a bunch of different stuff like that when we're in town.
Dude, I love it. So I've been telling everybody, if they do have time, my favorite spot is called Willie Mae's Chicken. And but you got to be careful. There's a fast food chain that's kind of got a similar name. This is just like a house that turned into a restaurant. It's it's not right in the city. You gotta venture out a little bit, but man, if you can pull it off, definitely worth it. Willie Mae's Chicken. Yeah.
There's definitely a few. My wife has a list of restaurants she wants to go to, a list of like specific foods she wants to get, a list of places she want to go to. And I was like, "Oh, you made this so easy. I never plan anything. I just kind of show up." And I'm like, "Hey, what are we doing for the next 3 hours?" But she has this list. I'm like, "Yes."
I
The only
love
thing
it,
I have
man.
planned is there's this place called I can't remember if it's like something's Creole Creamery, and they have this ice cream challenge, and it's like 8 scoops of ice cream, 8 toppings, and you just like you have like 25 minutes or something like that. And I was like,
Oh
oh
my
hell, I love ice cream. That's easy. Like let's go do that because I've done a couple of those before. Like I don't think a lot of people in Power Slap haven't seen me. I used to be like 340 pounds. Like I used to be a
I
big,
remember you saying that. It's hard to
big.
picture.
I have a couple of pictures I'll show you later, but like it's like me, and I'll send them to you. I don't care if you like superimpose it next to, but like yeah, I used to be like 340. I was a big fat dude. Like this is significantly smaller, and so it's like I used to love to do like try a food challenge. Like there was one time I ate like it was like 4 or 5 pounds of food in 20 minutes, and I was like, yeah. And I was 17, and so I was like, yeah.
I'm the king.
Right. And it's just like as I'm getting old, like as I've gotten older a little bit, I don't eat nearly as much. I'm like, how did I used to do that? I used to be able to sit down, clear pounds of food in just a couple minutes, and now it's like if I do that, my stomach hurts and I gotta lay down and get my wife to take care of me for the rest of the day.
Dude, it's so true. So when we lived in Vegas, so I broke my back doing strongman. I was all about getting as big as possible and as strong as possible.
Right.
And at one point, I weighed 260 something. I mean, depending on the day you ask me and the storytelling mood I'm in, it fluctuates between 260 and 280. Okay, if we're being honest.
That's everybody though.
Yeah. So I mean, bigger guy, big for me, right?
Right.
And dude, for literally a decade, every year I'd say I'm going to get to 185 and shredded. I'm going to get to 185 and shredded. And what did it for me, and where I'm going with it is I eventually couldn't do this, but what worked for me was I did the intermittent fasting. So I'd eat one time at night. That's it, right? And
Right.
bro, extra large pizzas, the whole bowl of Alfredo pasta, chicken wings. Like I ate pounds of food every night. And dude, it worked. I dropped like crazy and I was loving it because at night I could be like mukbang, just going at it all the time.
Right.
But to what you're saying, I don't know what it was, but I swear to you, dude, the day I turned 40, like the day I sat down to eat my birthday intermittent fasting meal, had all this shit. And then I pounded it. And the next day and every day after, I can't eat like that. It's a little depressing, to be honest.
Right. And I just gotta do that little drink all the water, stretch your stomach, do all that good stuff. Like Joey Chestnut is a monster. I don't know if you've
That
ever
guy.
watched the
Oh, I
sports
watched
science
him.
episode they did on him. Rest in peace. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. The dude that ran sports science. I think he just died within the last 2 or 3
Did
months.
he really?
Yeah, he was going through some personal stuff and he ended up losing that battle. And so he ended up losing that battle to depression. And so
Damn.
yeah, it's rough. And it's one of those things that, man, we can't talk about it. And it's like, you can, just because we're too lazy to, just because we don't want to deal with people, like the judgment from it, you still can. Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
that's definitely shit. That's one of the reasons I helped drop from 340 to now I get to walk around at 270 is a lot of that eating came from depression. A lot of that eating came from, fuck it. I don't care if I wake up tomorrow, I'm going to eat what I want. I'll eat 4 pounds of food and sit here and be throwing up and doing whatever. And it's like, we can talk about it. There'll be people that judge it, but there'll be people that judge anything you do. And so it's one of those things where you gotta find help where you can. And I get that's easier said than done at the same time because I know there's been, the 10% of the time where I will get help and the 90% where I refuse because I don't want to bring anyone else into it. But like that
dude,
Joey Chestnut episode, dude's a monster. His records alone.
His records are crazy. And like, dude, maybe you feel the same way. I don't know. But he always looks like he's on death's doorstep with those eyes.
His whole face. There's an episode he did a man versus
quit
food.
Bothering me,
There's an episode he did a man versus food where he ate like a 3-pound, 4-pound burrito in like 3 minutes. Like just absolutely sat up and destroyed the world record for it. It's like a burrito this big, and he's just like, "Oh yeah, nothing." Just like a snake unhinging his jaw on it, and you see the veins popping out, and his eyes are all huge. I'm like, you look like you're gonna die, but I promise he's healthier than me. Like I just know that for a fact.
Isn't that interesting though? That like, because like what I observe of him too, he always just looks like so tired and so whatever. But then they put that food in front of him, and you're right, dude. His blood work might be better than ours. Who knows?
I think my dad's actually looked into it some because I told him before I was like, if powerslap doesn't work out, I'm saying screw it. I'm gonna go be a professional eater. And he was like,
Yes,
you'd have to lose some weight for that, right? Because muscle stretches, fat doesn't stretch like that. So they almost look at it. I think they call it like the rubber band theory. You're putting a band of fat around your body, and that's why some of these bigger guys can't eat as competitively and as well as some of the smaller guys. Is because when you get a certain amount of fat packed on, your muscle will only stretch so far, and that's why some of these bigger guys can't eat like in one sitting as much as some of the smaller.
I didn't think I really thought about it like that, but yeah, it always is the Kobayashis of the world that seem to like unhinge that jaw and go
with that small. She's like a mom of 4 from Texas that turned around like ate 2 of the 70-something ounce steaks in just a few minutes. I'm like, why? I don't.
Why?
Like, you just ate half your body weight in steak in about half an hour.
Dude, they have to have. It's like after a power slap match or MMA match or whatever. The next morning people are just down on Tylenol to like get rid of the pain. What can you do besides throw up when you're eating 87,000 steaks?
I don't know. And that's why some of those restaurants will be like, but we're going to sit here and watch you for an hour. Because you will get some people that try to just throw up after. Or like Nathan's Hot Dog, they had the competition this year. And the way they worded it, I think one of the females that placed pretty high threw up after. And they said she was disqualified due to displaying actions contrary of digesting her food in between the place. And I was like, just say she threw up. You just tried to make this sound like so scientific and so elaborate. Like she threw up in the 20-minute window.
That's insane. I don't know why. That is so fucking funny, dude. I'm an old head, so I don't know if you know this movie, but did you ever see that movie Stand By Me?
That is one of my favorite movies.
Oh,
My wife
dude.
still hasn't seen it. Or no, it's
Oh,
she's seen Stand by Me. She hasn't seen the Goonies, and she refuses to watch the Goonies.
dude. Well, warm her up with Stand By Me. It's a bit more heartfelt. Then stick her to the Goonies, you know. But that
Yeah,
pie
heartfelt.
scene where he cracks the eggs and the oil on purpose, and then he's just like barfarama.
Char down, lard ass. Oh, I love that movie. We used to watch that movie so much when I was a kid.
Oh man, that's so cool. Yeah, that's a deep cut for some people. So I'm impressed, man. I'm impressed. um, so dude, I don't know, but the way things are the way the talks have been going lately, I don't think Zakir is gonna get on here, or Zakir, or I hope I say his name right. But next week's coming. Are you excited to prove yourself out again? Are you nervous? Do you care? Like, is it just another day at the office? You know, slap is funny, bro, because I was joking with Chief yesterday. I was like, you guys get the same 5 fucking questions every interview over and over and over because the sport is so specific. Like,
And that's
but
one of the reasons that, like, during these interviews, like, sometimes I'll branch off and go talk about other random shit. I'll start talking about like old pro wrestling, or I'll start talking about competitive eating and stuff. And it's like, if I want people to watch me, I have to answer more than just like, how do you feel about your opponent? How is your mindset going into this fight? And like, don't get me wrong, those are important questions too. But it's like, once one or two people ask them, I'm ready for just weird shit. I'm ready for the off the wall, just
dude,
like stuff like that. But no, I'm excited. I'm so excited. It's after Zakir's first fight, because I was like, those are both clubs. It's weird that we called the first one but not the second one when they were the exact same slap. But someone likes them. Someone disagrees that the most obvious palm strikes I've ever seen in my life were slaps, according to him. According to him, he could just be pulling that out of his ass. He could be telling the truth. I don't know.
we'll never
But
know.
my thing is, and there's a couple people that texted me. They were like, "Dude, why are you taking this fight? He just palm strikes. Like, are you not worried about that?" And I was like, "I don't plan on letting it get that far. His chin's never been tested. I'm trying to drop his ass before he can hit me once. I am not trying to find out. Like,
Yeah,
I don't.
amen to
It's
that,
weird to
dude.
go into it with the mindset of, because like I knew going into it, like I think the coin tosses might have already happened by now, but I knew going into
Not
this one I was
sure.
going to get to slap first because he got DQ'd in his last fight, and that's one of the like quieter rules that they've added over the last few shows is if you get disqualified in your fight, you forfeit your next coin toss. And so
Dude, I don't think I knew that.
yeah, and so they it was like just one of those real
No
quiet ones. They
shit.
like snuck in here and there. And so like I texted Erica about it and I was like, "Hey, so just to make sure, like I'm slapping first, right?" He got DQ'd. She was like, "Yeah, that's the rule." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." Yeah,
Bro,
I don't know
that's a
why people are
game
worried about me getting
changer.
yeah. And I think that's one of the things that a lot of people don't think about either when they're going into their fights. It's like you can set yourself up for failure in your next one just because you're not thinking about it in this one. And I like it a lot because it saves from situations like where you club someone and knock him out. Oh yeah, for next fight up, I'm gonna club him and knock him out again. But no, he's been working on his form. I've been watching his stories and stuff. It's a lot more of a slap, less than a club. But I also heard the same things going into 13. He apparently was throwing a slap cleanly, but then he got up on stage and he threw a palm strike. So
Yeah.
it's one of those ones where you never really know until it happens. And so I'm just, like I said, I'm just really, really trying not to find out.
No, dude, I hear you. You know, it's funny. A couple of times throughout the week, dude, with these back-to-back cards, it's been busy as shit around here. Like, I haven't left this chair a lot. Like, and there's no AC in here, so if you see me glistening, it just means I like the interview. I'm sweating with confidence. Yeah. But dude, I've been saying it'd be so interesting from a fan's perspective to be a fly on the wall on those Tuesday meetings because
Right.
they keep, like, Zakir is a good example. We know this dude is marketable because he's strong as an ox. He's, he's not from the States, so there's intrigue there with the US versus whatever. And
He
they
buys a
keep,
ton of his followers. He
yeah, he's
doesn't
got a
get
ton
nearly
of
the interactions
followers.
his
Dude,
followers show up as, but
yeah, and so from a business perspective, dude, of course that makes sense. I don't think anyone's mad about that. I think from a fan's
maybe then
perspective,
talk to all
though,
the fighters if you don't think people are mad about it.
well, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. No, I've talked to 3 or 4 in this week that were like, "Hey, man," um, but what I want to put out there is, I've said it a lot through these rounds of interviews for 14, which is, I get it. Like, if you can't compete, for example, with 2 good-looking girls that can fight, you just can't compete with that. And with Zakir, you know, on the cover of the story, you can't compete with that either. You know, guy coming in, big, strong with the following, everything we're saying. But as a fan, bro, if you can't fight, I don't give a shit. And I'm not saying he can't fight, but he needs to learn how to strike properly, or else they're not going to have they're not going to have an option but to shelve him for a minute.
They
You know what
have
I mean?
like,
Does
and
that make
it's
sense?
you're already having fans ask a question. All right, are we sport or are we sports entertainment? And that's like, I get they're almost trying to find that balance, but you almost have to go one way or the other. Either you're gonna have these guys who really can't fight, but they're really marketable up on stage. Or you're gonna have these guys who are quiet, who are just Dorian worded it the best to me. Dorian, because I was talking to him about this the other day, Dorian Perez, and he said, I don't act like an influencer. I don't talk like an influencer. You didn't hire me to be an influencer. I'm a fucking killer. That's what you hired me for.
It's not bad.
And I'm
It's not bad.
like, yeah, I don't, you didn't hire me to go like hop up and shoot these videos every day. You hired me to go smack the shit out of somebody and get the shit smacked out of me. And so like, I feel like I'm pretty decent at the second one. I've only lost once in 4 fights, but like, I know I'll be the first to say I'm not the most profitable. I'm another big white guy with a beard. Tell me if you've seen that before.
Well, dude, but see, I think the difference is though, is I think that's why they brought in, like, I mean, you know this better than anybody, but I think that's why they brought in a bunch of wrestlers, because they bring the personality, they bring some following, but they also will take it serious. And I'm not saying that people aren't taking it serious, but bro, there's gotta be, it's a fine line, like you said. Are we this? Are we that? And I think we're just so in it that maybe when we see this in real time, maybe because we're so in it, we have a stronger opinion than the outside audience.
Right. And I think, and definitely with me coming from a background of wrestling, this was all stuff that like, I don't want to see, like I had the foresight to see it, but like, I've been here since Powerslap 3, and I was a pro wrestler before Powerslap ever started. This was shit I saw coming a mile away. Like, this was stuff that, like, you see it coming from a mile away. And then they did the combine for all the wrestlers. They brought in Sin Bodhi to work in the office. And I was like, you guys couldn't have been more on the nose than hiring someone who used to be called Kizarni to go and hire all the other Kizarnis.
I love it.
And so, like, I used to watch him when I was a kid. I love Mick Foley. Kizarni had the best double arm DDT in wrestling, bar none.
Oh, that is a deep cut. I love that. I love that, dude. So we can't control what he's going to do up there. And this is my opinion. This is my actual opinion on him, you know, doing the palm strikes and things like that. I think he is putting in the proper training, but I think what happens is the same thing that happens with guys that have just instantly crossed over from MMA. They can stand there and take a punch crossing over instantly from MMA, but your instincts take over, dude. Your body is just like, no, I don't want to get hit. I'm not supposed to. And I think that's what happens with Zakir, is he's probably training properly, but once he gets up there, his way of, you know, knocking people out is his way of doing it, and his instinct takes over.
And like, if you watch him slapping those flimsy ass cardboard doors that aren't really fucking doors, like I don't know how those videos got that many views. They're cardboard, flimsy, falling apart doors. Half of the women in our 125 division could also slap holes in them.
Bro.
But he sits there and he palm strikes the hell out of it into a wall, and you're like, you don't think he's gonna come up and do that? Like the stuff where he's slapping stuff and destroying. It's like, I can break stuff with a palm strike too. I just don't, because that's not what we do. Like, if I want to make a video, hell, I'll make one some point soon. I'll like a video of actually slapping stuff. KO Chris, I love him. He's a crazy, not the smartest at all time son of a gun, but like him slapping glass and stuff, he wasn't palm striking it. Like, but people are weird. They're like, this is how I slap on stage, and it's like open, but they're like, but this is my slap video for Instagram, and I'm just gonna drive my palm through it. And it's like, that's not a slap. It's like, if you want it to be impressive, call it what it is, but that's not a slap.
No, dude. And I think it all just, you know, envelopes into the same thing, which is if you are doing one strike more than the other, those instincts will take over. And that's a shame, because fans don't want to see that either. They don't want to see fouls or DQs. They want to see the rounds, you know. They want to see, you know, who's got the best chin that night, you know.
Power Slap 13 between the early prelims and the main card had 7 disqualifications.
It was a lot.
And I get you had new people, but like, if we're gonna be professionals, let's act like professionals and throw actual slaps. Let's act like professionals and not be flinching. Like, we realistically, if you think, there are 3 rules in Power Slap: don't step, don't flinch, don't club. If you call yourself a professional and you can't follow 4, make your weight. Stop
Weight's important.
missing weights.
Yeah, we just posted Nate's
Everybody.
comments, bro. It's getting
Like,
serious about people
I
missing
saw
weight.
that and I was like getting hyped up with him. I was like, yes, there is no reason that like they're paying us thousands of dollars. They are putting us on these platforms that get millions of views. The bare minimum you can do is A, make your weight, or B, be man or woman enough to say, hey, I'm not going to make my weight. Like, I'll just tell you that now. I can't do that in this short period of time. It's not hard. There's nothing wrong with you for, say you're walking around at 205 and you got to fight at 170. Tell them, oh no, I'm at 205 right now. I can't make that weight. Maybe in a couple months, like I'll work on my diet. I'll get down some, give me a fight in a couple months. There's nothing wrong with that.
No,
What's wrong with
I
it
agree.
is when you come in 10, 15 pounds over the person that you're fighting, and it's just like, okay, even if you knock them out, like, is it really? And this isn't me shitting on him, but the example I'll use is when Turpin knocked out Ron, or when Turpin, he beat Ron in one of those fights, didn't he? Or did he
So
beat Ron?
the only time I saw Turp go at it was with Vern at Power Slap 8. So
I want to. He fought Ron at heavyweight at one point. I'm pretty sure he ended up beating Ron, but like he also weighed in 10, 12 pounds over when Ron was at
Right.
weight. So it's one of those ones where like there's always going to be that asterisk there. And that's the reason Ron can honestly say he's never lost a light heavyweight match. Because he's lost some of these fights where he had to fight catch weight even though he lost to 205. He's like, it's one of those things to me. And like the one, I think it made KO Chris look even worse. Like I said, I love the guy and not trying to shit on anybody with this, but like you come in that overweight and then you pull out because you can't slap with your left hand. I get we're not training them primarily, but there's no reason you shouldn't be able to throw 2 clean slaps with your left hand. And like anyone on the roster, if you sit there and especially on something where it's one thing if they flinch, you want to take that DQ win because you don't want to risk getting knocked out because you can't like you'll have to go extra rounds because you know you can't get that knockout with your other hand. I get that. I won't shit on that at all. But when you have ones where Manny didn't flinch in the slightest and you messed up your hand and you're not willing to go with your left, the air left the building after that fight. Like it was so deflating for the whole card because they know these are 2 of the best guys at this weight, 2 of the best guys on the card in general, 2 knockout artists. Oh, sorry, hands done. Can't do it.
Yeah, dude. It's interesting because from a fan's perspective, outside looking in, I agree with so much of that. Specifically the weight thing. Like if you're coming into Vegas or New Orleans and off the plane, you know, you're 20 pounds over, 25 pounds over, and I'm just making this up, but I'm sure people have been close to that. You can't. You're draining your body of all the things that's going to protect you, number one, and you're draining your body of all the things that are going to help you win, which is number 2. And number 3, you're draining your fucking bank account, which is crazy, dude. Just make the weight.
And like I think this is the smallest heads up I've had going into a fight. You know, just for the air of transparency, I still had 3 weeks, and I wasn't more than 15, 17 pounds overweight at the time. So I was like, yeah, I'll take that fight all day. Like the worst cut I've had was when I fought against Pono. I lost over 30 pounds in 2.5 weeks.
You saw. I forgot it was that much, dude.
I couldn't take a slap. I couldn't do it. Like he cleaned my shit. Like it was very, very quickly done. Like you're gonna set yourself up for failure. And there's some of these guys in the UFC that do it. Like Ilya Taporia has some of the nastiest weight cuts I've seen, but he can still compete. If you can, cool. I'm just saying Ilya Taporia is also a world-class wrestler. He's allowed to dodge strikes. He's not sitting there having to take him directly to the head every time.
100%. He's an actual super athlete, bro. Like, oh, did we lose you?
Someone started group chat called me.
Oh, got you. Okay, I was like, no, not the internet connection.
Yeah, but like if you look at just breaking it down to human science, when you dehydrate your body, the thing that shrinks first, the thing that loses water first is your brain. When your brain shrinks, it makes it easy to move around in your head, which is a concussion. That's the definition of it. It's when your brain slams into the side of your head. When you rehydrate your body, the very last thing that hydrates again is your brain. So when you come into these slap fights and you're just disgustingly dropping weight, you're coming in with no water in your body at all, and you're not working on your hydration, you're setting yourself up to get knocked out quickly. And it's...
You know who we need to have on here?
From experience.
No, dude. No, I love insights like that. I was just thinking we need to have like a neurosurgeon on here or something. That could be an interesting conversation. It could be a terrible conversation.
I was about to say they'll just tell me not to do. They're like, "Why are you so dumb?" Like, no, why would you? It's my favorite thing. My wife, one of her
But I would
favorite
love
areas
to.
of study is the brain, and I tell her all the time. I was like,
I love it,
"Well, it's a
man.
good thing concussions aren't real, or else I wouldn't be doing this." And she's like, "You shut the fuck up." And I was like, my favorite thing to mess with her is like, concussions aren't real, CTE is not real. Like, I don't know why this would be an issue for me.
I've always walked around with a knife to my neck. This is normal. There's nothing weird here, baby. Like,
Right.
no, dude, it's so fascinating. And look, I think people get so passionate and opinionated about that because you never know what's going on in someone's life. So that's fair. But also, if you're that guy, if you happen to miss one, people are going to be disappointed. But if you're that guy, powerslap's not going to call you, right? So it's better to be that guy for a card or whatever and really dial it in, because at the end of the day, we want to see a show as fans, but we also, dude, we don't want you fucking up your body or your health. So it's also a health thing as well. And I can understand why people are so passionate about it. Absolutely.
Right. I think like I said, when you come in with a dehydrated brain, your blood's thicker. It caught like the chance at hematomas in your brain shoots up insanely. There was a Japanese wrestler a few years ago who had to retire. His name's God, I just had it in my head. I was just thinking of Shibata, Katsuyori Shibata. He ended his career because in like his last fight, he came in super shredded, super dehydrated, and one of his signature things was he unprotected throws headbutts. Doesn't try to protect it, doesn't try to hut. And at one point, he headbutts the dude like to the point where you just hear like the audible, and he starts bleeding.
Gosh.
Ended up giving himself a subdermal hematoma and just dropped as soon as he got backstage, and had to get like flown to the hospital, had to have these emergency surgeries, almost died because of it. And it's like people don't think about it that far. Like I get not thinking about that far because you don't want to think about it because we're sitting there slapping each other in the head as hard as you can. But if you don't take care of your brain, it's one of the very easiest like parts of your body to, all right, there it goes. Never gonna be the same. Just like in seconds. And so like if you don't treat it, it's not gonna treat you.
No, that's real, man. I mean, it makes me think of, when Dana talks about Chuck Liddell or some of these other guys that if a hand even flashed near their chin, they got, their body was like, we're not doing this again. We're shutting you down. You're going to be knocked out. And nobody wants that to be to become a part of their normal when it comes to what they do as a sport. Like no one wants that, man. But hopefully things have been cleaned up. You know what I mean? Whatever the reason is, next week we can see you guys go round for round, maybe a hell of a knockout. You're going first. Sounds like you don't want to test the chin waters anyway. So hopefully we get that KO. But dude, so pumped for you. So excited. I'm actually we're going. So I'll be there live watching everybody. And we're trying to hook up some interview shit. But honestly, I'll bring my mic just in case. But it's so the cards were so close together that we may not be able to pull that off.
It's hard to get your equipment in and do all this stuff. Like I've completely understand. I was like, this is such a small. I felt bad for the production guys. You're having to like load up anyone that does any type of media and production for the company itself. Like you got to load up, get everything here in 3 weeks, make sure you're set up, make sure everything's good. Because if there's one thing that Power Slap's not going to sacrifice, it's that production value.
No, that's no, you're right, 100%. But yeah, man, I just want to say we're excited. Thank you again for coming on. I promise if I pull another one of one, it's coming your way. You have my word.
I appreciate that.
And yeah, man, let's we'll let this bitch upload and we'll just hang out for a sec.
Hey, sounds good to me.
All right, everybody, Power Slap 14 is coming. Come watch this guy take the house. Thanks, Cooper.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That's great.
Try to keep it easy.
Yeah, I like
Quick
it.
edits,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, hey, Makini, you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do this. All right, everybody. Welcome to Slap Son. We got the man in the building. It's coming around next weekend. Power Slap 14. Everybody give it up for Makini, Big Mac, Manu.
If you smell what Big Mac is cooking.
Can you smell what the Big Mac is cooking? Large French fries on the side.
Yeah. extra large.
Extra large. That's right. You're a big man for good reasons. Yes. Bro, how are you? You had a pretty quick turnaround here.
Yeah, shoot, didn't I have 13 months of sitting out, so I'm excited.
Dude, good for you, man. And going up against Dwayne, right?
Yes, sir.
Dude, the encyclopedia of slap himself. I mean, come on now.
No, the scientist of this game, you know?
Yes. Yeah, he's fun to talk to, man. You can fam, for anybody that's watching or listening, go listen to some of Dwayne's interviews. He really, you think you're a nerd about this little niche, start watching his stuff. He's the real guy. He's the real guy.
Yep, he knows what he's talking about.
Dude. So, having said that, have you watched any footage on this dude? Do you care?
Everything. I watched
Everything.
every single fight he's had. I've watched every second of footage that powerslap has ever put out of him. And so I've been, ever since they gave me the message, I think it was like a week or two before powerslap 13 that I was fighting Dwayne. I've been watching film every day. So learning the ins and outs, how he ticks, well, what I think, you know.
Yeah, for
Trying to
sure.
do my best to, I want it obviously to be the shortest fight as possible, but I know that he's a formidable opponent, so he's not gonna just let me take it. So, been doing the training and I've also been doing the preparation by watching what he does, watching his technique, and then also growing my technique so that I don't disappoint the fans.
Dude, you can't shit, man. You can't ask for anything better than that, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you're sounds like you've prepped yourself. Sounds like you put in the work, and now it's just a matter of going out there. Have you been to New Orleans before?
Never.
Really?
Well, in the airport, like it was a layover, but
I hear you. I
I've
hear
never
you.
been out of there. So
People ask me if I've been to Atlanta, and it's just like, yeah, at the airport. I haven't really seen it, you know.
yeah.
Well, dude, that's exciting. I know everyone gets there a little bit different times, but if you do get some time to yourself, Bourbon Street alone is a spectacle. You can just walk that down, walk it back up, and you're either gonna think this is great or that's enough. That's what you're gonna think.
Well, I know that ever since I started putting New Orleans in like the search engine, all my FYP and Reels page has been covered with just the hot spots to visit. So I'm like, oh, all right, cool. I'm probably not going to do that, but yeah, thanks for the suggestions.
Yeah, maybe next
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I love it. Well, I looked and I mean, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, fam, but I think there's only like a few hundred tickets left, dude. Like this thing's gonna sell out.
Yeah, it was I was trying to buy some tickets for friends or like send the link and they're like, bro, there ain't no good tickets left. I was like, what do you mean? They're like, I don't want to be far away from you. And I was like, oh, well, you should have got it earlier, buddy. But
Snooze, you
it's because
lose.
I didn't find out I was on the live fight till like a day or two ago.
Oh, okay, so that aspect of it is really new.
Yeah, for me. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it was new. I think it's new to Dwayne as well, because I know when they told me, they said they weren't sure yet. And
got it.
then I actually found out from Petty, because she was like, hey, you're on the live card. And I was like, oh, thanks.
I
I
love it.
didn't know that.
I
So I'm
tell
excited.
Petty all the time she's the sleuth in the business, baby. Yeah.
Yeah. They tell her stuff, I guess.
Yeah. No, that's cool, man. That's good. So excited. Like I've been saying it a lot, and I'm going to just keep saying it. But after this last card in Vegas for 13, doing interviews, it's been really fun, man, because you can feel that like slap is becoming a thing. You know, there's more natural animosity. There's more storylines. There's more guys that are taking it serious. There's no more Joe Schmo off the couch period anymore, or they're not lasting in one bit. It's a serious thing for these people now.
Absolutely. And I think it was more of you had to just kind of book anybody in the beginning just to see if it'll track, like, but as time goes on, we start weeding out the weak, the guys that don't belong, the ones that they think they belong, but uh they're not quite there. Once they brought the real athletes in, it kind of took out the other guys real quick.
Yeah,
So
dude, for real.
yeah, and there's some guys that I was in season 2 with of Road to the Title where they message me here and there, and um and they don't like the messages I tell them, and I say, hey, you got to be realistic with yourself. Like, what did you do last time? You know, why are you not
Yeah.
getting booked? Do something to get yourself to be booked. I was like, but you got to be realistic with yourself. Just because they gave you opportunity doesn't mean that you're like top of the crop. It's like
Yeah.
sometimes they, um, I don't know if it's true or not, but I was told that I was like a layup guy. So I was the guy that I was supposed to come in. I was supposed to get knocked out like my first fight.
Oh,
You know,
interesting.
yeah. So I
They
wasn't
thought
supposed to
they
be the
thought you
person.
were the one that was going to be easy work for somebody.
Exactly. Yeah. I was told that but I don't know if it's true or not. So this is speculation.
Got
So,
you. Got you.
I saw rumors that like all the guys who were above 400 pounds, like me and Hayden, like we were there just to be like, oh damn, we got guys that are 420 pounds coming in to slap people, but the expectation was for us to lose like in the house, which the
Wow.
other guy did. Obviously, I ended up fighting him, but
Right.
like the fight with me and Avion, it wasn't like everybody's view on that wasn't supposed to be that. It was supposed to be like that guy's a Goliath. He's 6'6" or 6'5", 360 pounds, and he's supposed to he's one of the guys that kind of like how they just brought Kalani in, and he like
Sure.
kind of went first fight, title fight, or for a second fight, like I was supposed to be a toss up, but um, that's what I heard. I don't know if
Yeah.
it's true,
Hey, if it
but
is
if it's
true,
true,
you're proving them wrong every card, baby.
every single time I'm proven wrong. So
See, but that's good. It'll build a momentum with your fans. That's
oh,
good.
absolutely. If people been here since season 2, Road to the Title, they're then they're real fans. And
Yeah,
if they've been here
absolutely.
since Dwayne Crespo was on Road to the Title in the beginning, then they're the real fans.
Yeah, man, they're the hardcores for
They're the
sure.
hardcore. Yep,
Yeah, I,
yep.
I can't even say that, bro. We got into it Power Slap 8 and season 3 is when we started to really you know,
Yeah,
do all this, man. So yeah, they're the hardcores for sure. Um, brother, you seem in good spirits, man. You seem pretty good. Like
yeah,
nothing, you seem pretty calm. Is that a good reading on you? You're pretty chill right now?
yeah. To be honest, like, uh, I don't know. I think because I've been through so much as a professional athlete, not even just as with Power Slap, but everything I've been through, like it's built me up for things like this. So like a lot of people are like, dang, he's so new to the sport. But I'm not new to elite sports. I've been
Right.
dealing with
You got the
it ever
wrestling, you
since
got the
college,
football, you
wrestling,
got
yeah,
the
all of it, and so and this has actually been the most successful I've been in any tier of like professional athletics besides professional wrestling, you know. Um
wow.
and with wrestling, WWE, they invite me to events. They give me a tryout. They give me opportunities that not really many people get on a day to day thing.
No.
And I've been blessed with opportunities to even do things. I got to the highest level of football the untraditional way. Everybody else they went through the draft and all this stuff. Like I got picked up from an indoor football team. So I went
That
a whole
still is
different
amazing to me that happened because that you might be the only one, dude.
yeah. Well, but now because I started that journey of playing indoor football in 2019, and so now they have the USFL, or not USFL, the UFL, and all these smaller leagues that basically they're like the development league for the NFL, and they're offering people real contracts. So I wish they had it when I was there, but
Yeah, I bet you do. Yeah.
now it's huge. But social media is a big part of it. People see famous like I don't know if you heard of Destroying.
Oh,
He's like
100%.
a
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Now he's a kicker in the UFL. But he's
That's
been making YouTube videos of kicking forever. And finally he got a pro football contract. So
um
it's like it's crazy.
no, it's crazy. It's funny because it's kind of it's kind of the same vibe. I was telling my kid last night, it's not like how it used to be with athletics and like Hollywood and things where like there's this path. Okay, I go to this camp, I go to this summer camp, or if I'm an actor, I got to move to Hollywood and I find an agent, do all this stuff. Now you could just be like, say, what's up, my brother, and you're viral and you're a content creator.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, something that sticks with people.
Yeah.
You know,
And with
like,
with
yeah.
destroying, same thing. He was just doing his thing, and then people are like, "Oh, hey, this guy actually seems pretty legit. Maybe we give him a shot."
Yeah. Oh, and I mean, I got I have a feature film that I'm in that came out last year, and that
No
was
shit. What
because
is it?
I have a. It's called Self Reliance. It's on Hulu.
Self-reliance, bro. I want to
Yeah.
watch that tonight.
So I'm
It's
actually
on.
like,
It's
if
on
you look it
Hulu.
up on Hulu, like I'm
Yeah,
on the cover.
dude. I'm looking it up right now, live. Keep
Yeah, it's
talking,
called
dude.
Self Reliance.
Self-reliance.
Yeah, I had so I filmed that movie back in 2022, and then they released it in
Holy
2023.
shit! Yeah, with Anna Kendrick and Jake Johnson. Look at
Yeah.
you, man.
But I did a sumo video that went viral where I beat this kid in like 3 seconds, and the Jake Johnson, he's the director and the actor in it, and he hit
Awesome.
me up and he wanted me to be the sumo wrestler in his movie. So I was like, you never know what opportunities will bring you, And I got into sumo because there's a guy who was a, a a world champion. His name is Kunishiki out in Japan. He hit me up on Instagram and said, "Hey, you ever thought of doing sumo?" And he was trying to get me to go pro. And then when I submitted my pro card, I got denied because I had tattoos.
Oh,
So
that's
I would be a pro
fascinating.
sumo wrestler right now if I didn't have tattoos.
I didn't, dude. I didn't know that about the sport. Obviously they're very strict about that. You got to be no tattoos.
Yep. And
Weird.
I was like, shoot, I'm willing to shave my beard because when you make it in sumo in Japan, you're
You're a
like an
god.
idol to everybody. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah,
Like
dude.
Kunishi, like he's from Hawaii, and I have a lot of family who like were friends with him when they were younger, and he's never like his home base is Japan, and he just comes and visits the states, but he makes millions in Japan, and and everybody he's just worshipped there, and so I wish I would have known it 10 years ago.
Yeah, yeah.
Then I would have devoted myself to sumo.
It's so funny because I wonder if that tradition. I mean, it stood the test of time so far, but dude, one day they're gonna throw that
One
rule
day.
out the window. There's no way they can keep that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah,
And I
all
think
the
it's more of like,
Samoans and
yeah.
Hawaiians, and yeah,
And I think it's more of they don't want the foreigners to take over their sport because they limit the amount of foreigners you're allowed to have in a stable and compete in sumo in Japan. So
so
you
you're
got to
right.
be the elite of the elite to be able to even be a foreigner and compete. So
Got it. So you're right. That's probably a big influence as to why.
yeah,
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
Japan's like, I need something.
right, dude.
Yeah.
I saw you posted that WWE letter. Is that an old one or is that a new one?
That was actually from 2019.
2019. Okay.
Yeah,
I was like under my breath. I was like, oh shit, he's going back to wrestling.
Oh, and after this fight, I'm diving more into wrestling, because I heard that there's going to be a normal thing where it's like a 3 month gap and then 3 weeks to turn to events. But that's what I heard. I don't know if
Okay.
that's true for
Yeah.
Power Slam.
I'm not sure on that either, to be totally honest. Yeah.
Yeah. And for me, I'm just like, hey, I'm gonna ride this train till the wheels fall off. And this sport is so. I don't think a lot of guys. I don't think, or I know a lot of guys take it seriously, but the ones that lose, like I don't think they realize, like, yo, if you lose, you get put in the back, buddy. Like,
Yes.
unless you lose in a way that everybody thought you won, like the fight
Right.
with Bryce against that Russian guy.
Oh
I
yeah,
forgot how.
Zakir. Yeah.
Yeah, he's actually been messaging me, and he was telling me how much he's like, you're the only one that can lift as much as me, and I'm like, yeah, but I'm 400 pounds, bro, and you're lifting as much as me, and you're like two something, So
That's real. Yeah, he's strong as an ox, no doubt, dude. No doubt.
yeah,
Which is why, when the strike isn't as clean, it fucks people up because
yeah.
there's a lot of force behind it. Yeah, man.
Oh, absolutely, and we'll see how it does against Cooper.
I'm excited for it, dude. I mean, he's had the 2 DQs, right?
Yeah.
I was telling this to Cooper literally an hour ago. I was like, people are like, the fans and the people in the sport are kind of like, hey, dude, knock it off. You can't keep doing this. You can't keep doing this. And that's real. But I also think he's practicing correctly. This is just my opinion. But then when he gets up on stage, those old habits take over and you can't that doesn't get fixed as easily as those old habits.
No, absolutely. Like I was in Power Slap season 2, and we filmed in October, like end of October, or maybe it was beginning of October. I can't remember, but from that time, we knew we were fighting February 6th the next year. So the only preparation we had was from October to February. So that's really like 4 months, maybe.
Yeah,
You know,
not a
and
long time.
yeah, and I ended up clubbing Danny, and then he ended up clubbing me, which ended up with him losing and um in our fight, which is because we didn't have preparation. But then I had 13 months before I went against Rousey, where all I did was I made sure I practiced slapping every day, at least 50 slaps each hand,
Man.
like that, and that was it. And doing 50 slaps each hand is not really hard. Like that's not like slapping is a pretty easy workout to do,
Right.
And when it came
But
to
over
the
time that becomes hundreds and thousands of practice
exactly.
swings.
Exactly, and honestly, my practice is maybe 10 to 20 minutes if I'm not trying to train long, but that's every single day. So I had 365 plus days of slapping, like before I went against Rousey, and when I went against him, every single slap I did was clean.
Yeah.
Like there was no hesitation. Like, even when I hit him with my left hand, he flinched, messed up my wrist, but because I prepped with my right hand, I was able to get it done with the right.
Yeah,
So
dude, that's right.
and for him, he's new, right? I'm pretty sure he's pretty new. The Zakir, or like
Uh
he's new to slap.
he's new to power slap. I think he's been in slap for like that slap fighting for a minute, but yeah.
Oh,
Sorry, I thought you were
okay.
talking about Steven.
Oh,
Steven was
well, I knew
definitely new.
Steven was new. That's why,
Yeah.
like, I knew I wasn't afraid of him hitting me at all. I was afraid of me messing up and losing the
Got
match
it.
off of because I hadn't fought anybody. But as soon as I got up there and I was going, I was like, oh, this is easy. Yeah,
Yeah.
like just with the strikes, because like I've been practicing so much, I've learned how to put almost 100% of my power into my slaps.
Bro,
Yeah.
that's a big statement.
Bro, it's 420 pounds plus whatever G force I'm bringing with that.
Yeah, yeah. Plus the aura of the night, just
Yeah.
exuding from your body. Yeah, dude.
Oh. No, I'm telling you, like I really bring the ancestors and the demons in, when I'm on stage. So
Dude, that makes me think of is when Chief wins, I have an edit where I have him grabbing a fireball and throwing it down,
oh
and
yeah.
and dude, he said, he goes, no, actually that's a spear because my ancestors, blah blah blah. I was like, oh dude, that's deep. I like it. That's cool. So you're bringing
Kicking that
those
spear up.
ancestors too, man.
Yep. No, I like watching the fight. Actually, I like watching showmen, like and power stop the guys who just walk straight to the stage. I'm kind of bored with, but when they're interacting with the fans or like they're doing whatever their intimidation tactic is to their opponent, man, I eat that up. I
I
love
love
that.
it, dude. I love it too. Like, because if it just gives you chills because it brings eyeballs to it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
even when KO Chris crawl across the stage. I've talked about that moment a lot because we saw that live, and then I saw him live getting in Babyface's face afterwards, or like just recently, Alan freaking rips off his shirt. Like, what the fuck, like,
dude. And when he tore it, I was like, dude, good for you, because I've seen a lot of people not be able to rip that shirt. So that would have been worse. He was like,
see what if you're planning on it, you need to do like a little tiny snippet with the scissors right here, and
also
then you can do the Hulk thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
oh. Yeah, I'm
Dude,
not. Actually, maybe I'll rip my shirt off. I don't know.
if you do, just make sure you have on your chest painted "Slap Son," something like that.
Promotions, right? Yep.
Yeah, dude. Dude, that's awesome, man. Well, bro, I am, and my family, like my boys, we're so excited, dude. We're gonna be out there screaming our lungs out. Just me and wifey. The kids are staying home, but dude, super pumped for you. Couldn't be happier. And honestly, man, if it goes your way, I hope you can rip your shirt off. You can do a breakdance move like Pono. You can crack a beer. I don't care. You deserve it if you get the win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right
No,
on,
that'd be
man.
cool if I had somebody just holding the beer on the side and or soda or whatever, and they throw it from the crowd and do Stone Cold Steve Austin with it.
I'm not kidding. That would be epic, man. If someone could bring that, because we've got drinks that sponsor us. We got Monster. You know what I mean? We got a lick. Like, dude, that might be your move. You gotta have someone throw up some cans.
Somebody do it. Have somebody ready with the cans.
Shit, dude. If I was podium side, it would be so worth it for me to do that, and then they kick me out. That'd be so worth it.
Yeah,
It's
that
like, hey,
would be
dude,
cool.
bam,
Right at the get go.
right at the get go, man. Well, brother, where can everyone find you on social media? They can follow your journey and lead up to the fight coming up next week.
Mr. McKinney Manu is what I have it on. I think it's all my socials.
Okay,
perfect. And so, yeah, shoot. In my walkout song this time, I let my son pick it. So I hope everybody enjoys it.
What, dude? You got to say, what is it?
I can't tell you.
You can't say, it's a secret.
Can
I have one guess of what the artist might be?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna guess the artist is Chance the Rapper.
No.
Not even close.
No, it's not even a rap song. So.
Oh shit.
But,
yeah.
well,
every artist that came to my mind was a hip hop artist. So.
Oh no. Shoot, no. You guys see it.
Okay, dude, we'll be there.
It's really
we'll feel
fun.
it.
I'm gonna enjoy it. So
shout out to the son picking the music. We like that.
I gave him 3 songs to choose from, and he chose this one. So I hope everybody likes it.
Dude, I love that. You know that's bragging rights for your boy. He's gonna be like, I picked that.
Yep. Oh, he's gonna be excited, and he's gonna be dancing too. He's not gonna be there, but he'll be watching it live. So
I love it, man.
Exciting. Yeah.
All right, dude. Well, let's have this bitch upload, and we'll just hang out for a sec.
Yes, sir.